Hi, everyone. This is Michelle Gramoglia, the President and CEO here at Woodland Pond, and this is my weekly address for Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, May 21st, 2024. I'll start with a couple of calendar items today. Tomorrow, which is Wednesday at 2 p.m., we will have the Dulcimers Spring Concert in the PAC. On Thursday at 1:30 p.m. in the PAC, we will have a Tree of Faith program on Quakerism with Taylor Eskew and Joan Hollister, which are two of our residents. They'll be presenting about their experiences with Quakerism. And on Friday at 2 p.m. in the Health Center Great Room, it will be our annual Memorial Day observance, and all are invited to attend. As you can see, it's a beautiful day out, and it's all of a sudden gone from about 30 degrees on average to what's going to be close to 90 today. I think possibly tomorrow as well. And there's lots of things that can come when the weather changes like this. And Tom wanted me to make an announcement reminding every resident that if at any time, and this goes 24/7, you have any issue with your heating, your cooling, something in your apartment or cottage or home, it seems like it's not working. You observe something that seems like it's not right, or isn't working properly. It's really super important that you call right away and put the work order in, because we have folks at the desks, both concierge and reception, to take a call for a work order request around the clock. So we do have staff here at a desk 24 hours a day. And when concierge leaves at the end of the day, their calls get rolled over to reception where there's a security guard there at night. And those staff are all trained, no matter what time of day or night, to take your phone calls and to put a work order request in. Of course, that doesn't mean that, if you've got a broken screen or something in your window, that maintenance is going to be dispatched in the middle of the night. But we absolutely really want to encourage that as soon as you see the problem, that you report the problem. And that helps you because your issue or concern is getting resolved, but it also helps us because we really don't like to defer any maintenance. Little maintenance problems today can turn into huge maintenance problems tomorrow. So anything that you see that is of a concern, please do put in a work order request, and please do try to do that as quickly as you possibly can. Particularly now, it's going to be very, very warm. And you may notice this might be the first time you're trying to turn your air conditioning on, and sometimes those units take a little bit of tweaking to fire up the first time. So please do make sure that you get those work order requests in right away. The other thing that I will mention is our heating and ventilating system throughout the campus is designed to work in what I would, in layman's terms, refer to as a closed system, meaning that the system is designed to work with the windows and doors closed securely. So if you do choose to have your windows or doors open in your private residence, please do not also have on the heating and cooling. Please do turn those off. They are not meant to work together. They will fight with each other. The heating and cooling unit will have a hard time really keeping up with anything you're trying to do if you also have outside air, coming in through an open window or open door. So please do keep that in mind and do keep those windows closed. Also in common areas, oftentimes we'll start to see this time of year to counteract the effects of air conditioning in certain common areas, people will open their windows. Please don't do that. Please report the too cold condition if you feel that we have that, and we will look into that for you. Of note in that regard, if you look at a lot of the areas or a lot of the spaces in our common areas now, there has been an effort by the Plant Ops Committee to establish a range of temperatures that are considered to be comfortable. One range for the heating season and one range for the cooling season. And simultaneous with that, there have been thermometers installed in many of our common areas. So if you go into, for example, the conference room, the PAC, etc., you'll see a little notation on the wall that says whatever the temperature range has been established at being as comfortable. And then you'll see the thermometer right there next to it. Will tell you exactly what the room is reading at. And what's going to happen is if you call and you say it feels cold in here, if that thermometer is reading within the range that we've all sort of collectively agreed that this should be a comfortable range, we're not going to adjust the temp because we can see that the temp there is sitting where it should be. So this is something we're working on because, as we know, from a sustainability perspective, heating and cooling is by far our biggest energy user on this campus. And something that can easily be rectified with adding or taking layers. So this will be a work in process, and we appreciate everybody's cooperation. A couple of announcements on things. Maybe a month ago or so, some of you on a Friday had the perhaps fun, perhaps interesting, perhaps maybe you missed it, opportunity to see a gentleman from Gardner who works with an open space not-for-profit organization bring to us a pedicab, so a bicycle that is a cab in the front, so a seating for 2 people, but it's partially powered by human power by cycling and partially powered by lithium batteries. And with the thinking that this might be something that residents might be interested in taking a ride on. And we did share some pictures of that in our social media and then also in the newsletter the following month. We do actually have some dates where there are going to be rides available at no charge to residents for using that pedicab. We will get a calendar of those dates available. And I think what would be great, because there can be 2 riders, and this does give folks an opportunity to get out into nature in a way that you normally wouldn't. It's really nicely designed for like a rail trail type situation. It would be great maybe if residents and a family member, so 1 resident, 1 family member, maybe could spend a little bit of time taking a ride in the pedicab. There are volunteer pilots, as they say, that have been trained by this open space organization. And there are safety features on the pedicab, and we can give you some more information on that. But the rides will go out of Dry Fly, which is located in the area down by Zero Place, right on the rail trail there. We've got like 6 or 8 dates available that we can have people sign up for half-an-hour rides. That includes time to sign a waiver, put the helmet on, and take a ride. But we'll get some more pictures up and give you an idea of what we're talking about. But this is a great opportunity to be able to get, as I said, out into nature for those that might not be so ambulatory. In your email, we currently have 264 active resident email accounts. We are working on trying to determine how folks are using that email. We've got another email survey out. And again, this is all in the interest of determining the best ways to be communicating with residents, making sure that you're getting the best available information. You will see questions in this particular survey about how you are using Connected Living, which is the platform that hosts the large digital screens by the hostess station and in the hallway by Sarah's office. It also has an application for your phone, and there is a computer-based version. We're looking to understand how folks are interacting with that technology now. We're also asking how often you check your email. And we're also asking a third question while doing a little bit of education on our Green Dot program, educating on what that is, and then asking you if you wish to opt into the Green Dot program. And surprisingly, this is really quite surprising to me. So out of the 264 active email users that are residents, this survey has been out for about a week now. We've only gotten 103 responses so far. We did just send out a reminder email to those folks that hadn't responded yet. So please do respond to that if you can. It will come either from Lindsay Marquis or from SurveyMonkey. Those are the 2 that you'll see. But it'll say something like either Woodland Pond email survey or Woodland Pond Green Dot survey. Please do look for that survey in your email. It's only about 3 minutes to fill it out. The other thing that Sustainability Committee I know is going to be very interested in is while we're explaining to the email user who is electronically reading the survey what the Green Dot program is, it's very surprising to me that only 55% of residents are opting into Green Dot program. And what the Green Dot program is, in a nutshell, is that instead of getting a paper copy of, let's say, the Chanticleer every week, that you know that it's always going to be in your email inbox and that you're opting not to also have the paper copy delivered to you. It's surprising to me that 55% want both the email and the paper copy. So there's got to be some psychology behind that. So we're going to dig in on that, because 55% is a start, but 45% that are actively using email, also not feeling so comfortable letting go of that paper copy. We want to look into that a little bit more, but let's keep going with the data, because data has power, and please do try and fill out that survey. The last two things I just wanted to mention, one is related to honor flights. And if you're not familiar with honor flights, this is a program. We are very fortunate in our area that we are close to Stewart International Airport, which is also a military base of sorts. There's activity that happens there with enlisted folks. And there's been a capability for a number of years for what's called an honor flight to go out of Stewart Airport twice a year and go down to Washington, D.C., carrying veterans and a guardian. So one veteran, one guardian, to a pair, and fill up a whole flight of those folks to be able to go down and be honored, and experience a lot of the memorials, the war memorials in Washington, and be honored for their service as being enlisted folks and serving in the military and in the armed forces. And the cost of the program for the veteran is free, but the cost for the guardian, which would be somebody that attends with you, is like $500 or something, whatever it is. But Woodland Pond made a commitment last year, and we stand by this commitment, that for up to 4 residents a year, we would love to pay for your guardian to go with you. So if you are a family member that's listening to this and you have a veteran that lives here at Woodland Pond that you think would like to do an honor flight, our resident Dave Smith, who has done an honor flight himself, is very involved in the program and would love to get you an application and fill you in and explain more about what an honor flight is. We've had a number of residents here that have done it over the years, and they really have said that it's one of the most special memories that they've ever had. So Woodland Pond is more than happy to be part of that, and pay the cost of the guardian so that there's no cost to be incurred for our resident and their guardian to go with us. Now, they do call it a guardian. It doesn't have to be a legal guardian. I'm not exactly sure who qualifies to go with you, but Dave could fill you in on all of that. And I know that there's also information if you Google it. But if you are interested in that, they are taking applications. Again, the flights are twice a year. I think once in the spring, once in the fall. They do try to base it on folks based on, frailty and life expectancy. So I think the folks that they think have a better chance of this maybe being the last chance for their honor flight, they do try to have them go next. So you can get an application in and get yourself in line, but it may be, a flight or two until you get your turn. But let's really focus on that. We love to honor our veterans. And the last thing I'll just mention is we have seen some positive feedback from something that was mentioned last week or the week before related to the removal of or finding a new home for unwanted vehicles. After we did our major paving project, our first major paving project, we did find a surprising number of vehicles that were either disabled or undrivable. We also found residents that don't have valid insurance, registration, licenses in some case, and all of those things are incongruous on our campus. So if you do no longer have a need for your vehicle, if for any reason you can't drive that vehicle, whether you're no longer a driver or that vehicle is no longer drivable, and you need help finding a new home for that vehicle, We always do have staff members that are in the market. If that's something you're comfortable with, obviously negotiated price, sale price, etc. Or we can help you find an organization to donate the vehicle to if you're looking for that. If you need that kind of help, Jason Irish is your person. He will help you make those connections. And we're happy to help with that. With that said, I don't have anything else for today. I do hope that you do try to get outside and enjoy this nice weather, and I will see you soon. Thank you.